Hey, this is going to be the top 10 poems ever written. Spoken through text to speech. So here goes. Number 10 is The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. And this obviously is not going to be perfect, but it is what it is. Hope you enjoy.
Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both, and be one traveler. Long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then took the other, as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though as for that the passing there had worn them really about the same, and both that morning equally lay in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh. Somewhere ages and ages hence, two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by. And that has made all the difference.
Alright, well that was number 10. Kind of give me goosebumps there at the end. I've got this text to speech thing. I'll leave a link to it in the description. And depending on what browser you're using, it might have some different voices with different accents and stuff. So here's number 9, The New Colossus by Emma Lazarus. Maybe I should I'll try this one in a female voice. Alright, here goes. Hope you enjoy it.
Not like the brazen giant of Greek fame, with conquering limbs astride from land to land. Here at our sea-washed, sunset gates shall stand a mighty woman with a torch, whose flame is the imprisoned lightning, and her name, Mother of Exiles. From her beacon hand glows worldwide welcome, her mild eyes command the air-bridged harbor that twin cities frame. Keep, ancient lands, your storied pomp, cries she, with silent lips. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free, the wretched refuse of your teeming shore. Send these, the homeless, tempest-tossed to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door.
Well, that's some pretty powerful one there. I've heard that before. I'm hearing some of these kind of for the first time, but isn't that something to do with the Statue of Liberty or something like that? But anyway, here's number 8. Ozymandias by Percy Bysshe Shelley. I'm going to go back to the male voice. Number 8. I hope you enjoy it.
I met a traveler from an antique land, who said, 2 vast and trunkless legs of stone stand in the desert. Near them, on the sand, half sunk, a shattered visage lies, whose frown and wrinkled lip, and sneer of cold command, tell that its sculptor well those passions read, which yet survive, stamped on these lifeless things. The hand that mocked them, and the heart that fed. And on the pedestal these words appear. My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look on my works, ye mighty, and despair. Nothing beside remains. Round the decay of that colossal wreck, boundless and bare, the lone and level sands stretch far away.
As you can see, it has a little trouble with certain words, but it could be worse. Let's go on to number 7. Ode on a Grecian Urn by John Keats. It's a long one. I'm going to have to copy it in and I need to cut out the little part where it picks up the text for the image. Here, just cut that out. And that should be just the poem. Alright, here goes.
Thou still unravished bride of quietness, thou foster child of silence and slow time, sylvan historian, who canst thus express a flowery tale more sweetly than our rhyme. What leaf-fringed legend haunts about thy shape? Of deities or mortals, or of both? In Tempe or the dales of Arcady? What men or gods are these? What maidens loath? What mad pursuit? What struggle to escape? What pipes and timbrels? What wild ecstasy? Heard melodies are sweet, but those unheard are sweeter, therefore, yes, soft pipes, play on. Not to the sensual ear, but, more endeared. Pipe to the spirit ditties of no tone. Fair youth, beneath the trees, thou canst not leave thy song, nor ever can those trees be bare. Bold lover, never, never canst thou kiss. Though winning near the goal yet, do not grieve. She cannot fade, though thou hast not thy bliss. For ever wilt thou love, and she be fair. Ah, happy, happy boughs, that cannot shed your leaves, nor ever bid the spring adieu. And, happy melody ist, unwearied, forever piping songs forever new. More happy love, more happy, happy love, forever warm and still to be enjoyed, forever panting, and forever young, all breathing human passion far above, that leaves a heart high sorrowful and cloyed, a burning forehead, and a parching tongue. Who are these coming to the sacrifice? To what green altar, O mysterious priest? Leadest thou that heifer lowing at the skies, and all her silken flanks with garlands drayest? What little town by river or sea shore, or mountain built with peaceful citadel, is emptied of this folk, this pious morn? And, little town, thy streets forevermore will silent be, and not a soul to tell why thou art desolate, can e'er return. O Attic shape, fair attitude, with breed of marble men and maidens overwrought, with forest branches and the trodden weed, thou, silent form, dost tease us out of thought, as doth eternity, cold pastoral. When old age shall this generation waste, thou shalt remain, in midst of other woe, than ours, a friend to man, to whom thou sayest, beauty is truth, truth beauty, that is all ye know on earth, and all ye need to know.
Well, that was a good one. As you can hear, the text-to-speech thing seems to have problems with ye and these like abbreviations, and the st, it was, instead of s, he pronounces st. But other than that, he does pretty well. So on to number 6, The Tiger by William Blake. Let's paste it in. And by the way, I will leave links for all this. This is a web page project that I have got it uploaded, so I'll leave the link in the description. Alright, here we go. The Tiger by William Blake.
Tiger, tiger, burning bright, in the forests of the night. What immortal hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry? In what distant deeps or skies burnt the fire of thine eyes? On what wings dare he aspire? What the hand dare seize the fire? And what shoulder, and what art could twist the sinews of thy heart? And when thy heart began to beat, what dread hand, and what dread feet? What the hammer? What the chain? In what furnace was thy brain? What the anvil? What dread grasp dare its deadly terrors clasp? When the stars threw down their spears, and watered heaven with their tears, did he smile his work to see? Did he who made the lamb make thee? Tiger, tiger burning bright in the forests of the night, what immortal hand or eye dare frame thy fearful symmetry?
Alright, moving on. Obviously a bunch of classics here. Number 5, On His Blindness by John Milton. I guess we'll just keep that voice the same as it is. But if you decide to visit that page, you can experiment with different pitch and speed, and I think you can choose male or female. Alright, number 5.
When I consider how my light is spent, ere half my days in this dark world and wide, and that one talent which is death to hide, lodged with me useless, though my soul more bent to serve there with my Maker, and present my true account, lest he returning chide. Doth God exact day labor, light denied? I fondly ask, but patience, to prevent that murmur, soon replies, God doth not need either man's work or his own gifts, who best bear his mild yoke, they serve him best. His state is kingly, thousands at his bidding speed, and post o'er land and ocean without rest. They also serve who only stand and wait.
That's another good one. As you heard, it had an issue with lodged, Lodg'd. Alright, moving on. Number 4, A Psalm of Life by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. What the heart of the young man said to the psalmist. Let's get it, see if we can get it copied. I'll probably have to take out the image description. Paste that out. find that image description. That's probably it right there. Alright, here goes. Enjoy it. Number 4 of the top 10 greatest poems of all time.
Tell me not, in mournful numbers, life is but an empty dream, for the soul is dead that slumbers, and things are not what they seem. Life is real, life is earnest, and the grave is not its goal. Dust thou art, to dust returnest, was not spoken of the soul. Not enjoyment, and not sorrow, is our destined end or way, but to act, that each tomorrow find us farther than today. Art is long, and time is fleeting, and our hearts, though stout and brave, still, like muffled drums, are beating funeral marches to the grave. In the world's broad field of battle, in the bivouac of life, be not like dumb, driven cattle. Be a hero in the strife. Trust no future, however pleasant. Let the dead past bury its dead. Act in the living present. Heart within, and God o'erhead. Lives of great men all remind us we can make our lives sublime, and, departing, leave behind us footprints on the sands of time. Footprints, that perhaps another, sailing o'er life's solemn main, a forlorn and shipwrecked brother, seeing, shall take heart again. Let us, then, be up and doing, with a heart for any fate, still achieving, still pursuing. Learn to labor and to wait.
Man, that one was real powerful. It's funny when you hear some of these and you think, wow, I've heard that before, but I didn't know where it was from. Like that line there, footprints on the sands of time. Alright, moving on. We got some William Wordsworth, Daffodils, top 3 top 3 poem of all time. Let's see what Wordsworth has got to say.
I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high o'er vales and hills, when all at once I saw a crowd, a host, of golden daffodils, beside the lake, beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze, continuous as the stars that shine and twinkle on the Milky Way. They stretched in never-ending line along the margin of a bay. 10,000 saw I at a glance, tossing their heads in sprightly dance. the waves beside them danced, but they outdid the sparkling waves in glee. A poet could not but be gay in such a jocund company. I gazed and gazed, but little thought what wealth the show to me had brought. For oft, when on my couch I lie, in vacant or in pensive mood, they flash upon that inward eye, which is the bliss of solitude. And then my heart with pleasure fills, and dances with the daffodils.
Well, I think they're definitely some pretty powerful poems. Onto the number 2 here. Holy Sonnet 10, Death, Be Not Proud, by Donne.
Death, be not proud, though some have called thee mighty and dreadful, for thou art not so. For those whom thou thinkest thou dost overthrow. Die not, poor death, nor yet canst thou kill me. From rest and sleep, which but thy pictures be, much pleasure, then from thee much more must flow. And soonest our best men with thee do go. Rest of their bones, and soul's delivery. Thou art slave to fate, chance, kings, and desperate men. And dost with poison, war, and sickness dwell. And poppy or charms can make us sleep as well. And better than thy stroke, why swellest thou then? One short sleep past, we wake eternally. And death shall be no more, death, thou shalt die.
Yeah, well, it seems to have an issue with the apostrophe ST. I guess when I paste them in, I probably can just take out that apostrophe. But anyway, I'm not going to worry about it now. I'm just going to go on to the number 1 greatest poem of all time. Sonnet 18 by William Shakespeare. Paste that in. I'm going to take these apostrophes out so it sounds better. Just on the STs. Alright, I should do it. Alright, this is it. Top poem ever.
Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's lease hath all too short a date. Sometime too hot the eye of heaven shines, and often is his gold complexion dimmed, and every fair from fair sometime declines, by chance, or nature's changing course, untrimmed. But thy eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose possession of that fair thou owest. Nor shall death brag thou wanderest in his shade, when in eternal lines to time thou growst. So long as men can breathe or eyes can see, so long lives this, and this gives life to thee.
Alright, excuse me. Yeah, it seems to have an issue with lives or lives. I guess it doesn't know, excuse me, how to pronounce it. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. I'll leave the links to this website, Society of Classical Poets. That's the 10 greatest poems ever written. Alright, we'll sign it off there. Take care.